Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Thank you so much for 10k subscribers here on YouTube. That is something that makes me really happy, and because of that I will upload a special video today where I will just show you my funniest Instagram DMs of all time. So as probably most of you know, I have an Instagram page where I post daily, and that Instagram page is right now about 4 times as big as this YouTube channel here. And if you have such an Instagram page, then you get a lot of weird, funny, and just incredible messages. And the funniest ones of all times I will just show you in this video. So I have my screenshots here, and you will also see that here in the video, but let's actually jump right into it. So this guy, he writes me, "Hello, salam alaikum. Brother, we meet with fate here. You best computer and phone user around." So that is definitely an achievement here, to be the best computer and phone user around. I will definitely write that into my resume in future. And then the funny part is, he tells me, "Please tell me how to decide my life. I have hacked my brother account. He challenged me years ago and I success. But confused after see your talent. Should I be phone or computer account talent?" Well, don't we all ask ourselves that question if we want to be a phone or computer talent? But I was pretty skeptical here. So what I wrote him, how about tablet account talent? So why only phone or computer account talent? Why don't you want to be a tablet account talent? Then he doesn't quite get that. He writes, "Table account means boss." And then he writes, "I am filled with smiles. We both great Panthers." And that's where the conversation ended. So the next guy seems to need money pretty badly, because he has a pretty unique selling strategy. So usually you know these domain names if you visit those, that somebody else just registered those and you can buy that domain from them. And this guy just reverses that concept. He writes me, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah. I have researched some of the premium domain names." And then he writes me his domain, forak.com, whatever that means. And he also explains it's a short name and a branded domain. And then, "I think it should be a great pleasure to work with you in selling this domain." So he actually randomly messages people on Instagram if they don't want to buy his domain forak.com. And what do these people expect actually? That people write, "Oh, forak.com. I wanted to have that domain for 5 years now. Just give me that. I pay everything you want." I mean, I don't think that is the best selling strategy here. But maybe he found someone. I don't know. Okay, next is pretty short. It's only a single message. But you probably know these people who never Google anything and they just ask other people. But this guy takes it to the next level. He asked me, "Could you please send me the Kotlin logo? I need it." I really don't know what to say to that. Then we have a guy who has some problems with his Android Studio. He writes me, "Help me. My Android Studio version 4.0.1. My Android Studio problem. Runtime. Process unexpectedly exit. Problem." I mean, that could be a poem, but I just found it pretty funny that he wrote problem twice, and he just now thinks I'm a magician who can magically solve his problem without knowing the problem. Well, yeah. Welcome to the life of having an Instagram page, I guess. Now we have one of my favorites here. So she writes me, it's actually a girl, in all caps, "May God help you to achieve your dreams. Hi, I am blah blah blah. I am facing a problem in my Android. When I enters my password, it's saying wrong attempt. I have only one last attempt. After that, it will wipe my data. Use your intelligence and tell me how to unlock its screen without factory reset or using computer. If you help me, I can do anything. Thanks in advance." So I found this so funny because this really sounded like a genie in the bottle. So I have to tell her how she can actually unlock her device, and then she can do anything. but she can't unlock her device. But after that, she basically gives me 3 wishes. I mean, that's a pretty fair offer, but even though I used my intelligence a lot here, I couldn't help her, sadly. Now we have something funny that happened here. A guy just randomly sent me a link to Amazon prepaid recharges and without any comment. And I was just curious, I didn't answer to him, and then he wrote, "Sorry bro, I was riding the bike with phone in my pocket." So his phone was in his pocket and it looked like his screen turned on. And then his phone navigated to Instagram, then navigated to our chat, and then sent me this Amazon link. So that is a pretty big coincidence, but I just found it very funny actually. So now again, a very short one here. I actually posted a story there of a train, and I had the caption, "Visiting my family." And then someone replied me, "You have a family?" So I think now it's actually a time to reveal myself. I'm actually only an AI, and this is only a big experiment here. I'm a robot and I don't have a family. Next we have something for the freelancers among you, so there's definitely an offer you cannot decline here. She writes, "Hi, can you help me? Can you make app? How much money will it take to make it? Please reply." So that is definitely such a good offer. If you decline that, I mean, there is no way to help you. I mean, it's pretty obvious how expensive that will be, and it will be definitely worth the money here. Okay, so usually when you have an Instagram page in the tech area, then it's pretty normal that people expect that you or that I actually help them with their project, with their bugs. But here's a guy actually. He actually didn't even really explain what his bug was, but I think he thought that he explained it enough. So what he actually wrote, "One bug, when I do the Google Map route draw. So help me. Please, I try on 4 day." So if you know what his bug is, what he needs to do to fix that, then put that in the comments. But I'm actually still thinking about that. Then we have a guy here who also started his own Instagram page. But he actually has some problems because he doesn't get any followers, and he asked me to give him some tips. So what I actually answered, "How long do you have your Instagram page?" He replied, "For 3 days." So if you're watching this here, that's not how it works. It's like going to the gym and after 3 days you're like, "Oh, I don't have a six-pack yet. What am I doing wrong?" It takes time, and a little bit more patience if you do Instagram, YouTube, social media, going to the gym or whatever. It just takes time. So here's a guy whose logical thinking is actually on point. And when I say that, I really mean on point. You will see what I mean here. He writes, "Hello, sir. Are you professional, in caps, professional advanced level Android developer?" And I replied, "Yes, I'm 22 and I already have 25 years of experience." His reply was, "Okay, great. Actually, I wanted to start as a beginner and I want to learn Android app development course, so where I can learn this course." I think when you actually apply to your company, then try out this tactic. Just tell them that you have 50 years of experience just right after graduating. That sounds pretty legit. So some of you know that I have a WhatsApp group for a pretty long time now, and greetings to those actually who are inside of that group. But here's a guy who messaged me in WhatsApp, "Hi, please add me to your group. I can't join group because full capacity. Thank you." So if it's full, you can't join. And I also can't add you to the group because it's full. I don't know what do these people expect? That I message my friend Mark Zuckerberg and write him, "Hey Mark, can you please increase my WhatsApp group limit for 1 spot because this guy wants to join us?" I don't know. Maybe this would work though, but... So maybe some of you know my flip-flops because I once posted them in a story. So here's a little image of those. And I captioned this, rate my flip-flops. One guy wrote me 0. And then I asked him, and on a scale from -10 to 0? He again replied 0. Well, that's a pretty big compliment here. And this guy should definitely refresh his math skills. Or maybe he just wanted to give me a big compliment here. Then thank you. So the funny thing, if you're a YouTuber, no matter how big your channel is, if you have an Instagram page, no matter how big it is, there will be people who actually think you are a god and that you are an Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft intern at the same time. And then they ask you questions like, "Hi Philip, explain the review system algorithm of Amazon." I mean, that's pretty easy. I'm always so bored by these questions because the answer to those is so easy. Just ask me something more difficult. But these people always just look for the easy solutions. I don't know. So now this guy, he wrote me, "Please tell me about restaurant app." So I guess, okay, he wanted to hear a story about a restaurant app. I wrote a restaurant app can be very helpful to tell customers what kinds of food you offer. And he just replied, "Yes, please help me once." That's the first time he actually messaged me. And that sounds like I never helped him in the past. But well, yeah, I actually did help him. I told him about a restaurant app. I don't know what he wants from me. Seriously. So what is also super common if you have an Instagram page is people message you because they want you to give them a free shout out if they just have crappy content or no content at all. So as this guy, Hi Philip, can you please promote my page? It will be helpful for me." And I replied pretty ironically, "Sure, because I always love to promote pages that don't do anything." He replied, "Thanks." So yeah, he definitely understood the irony, I guess. But now a little real talk here. If you have an Instagram page and you want a shout out from anybody, then ask yourself first, what can you do for them? And also give them a shout out. Even if you don't get a shout out back, you can't just expect that other people give you something if you haven't given something first. So that's not how it works. So nobody will ever get a shout out from me if he's actually so selfish that he only writes, "Look what this guy wrote. Can you please promote my page? It will be helpful for me." And what do I actually have from that? So really make sure to also give something if you want something. Well, I once posted a story that was also of a chat history where actually an Indian wrote me in Hindi and I replied him in German and he didn't understand that, but that was like beaten with his own weapons. I posted that in my story. And then somebody replied to that story here, and he is a real Sherlock. He explained me why I didn't understand what this Indian guy wrote me. He said he's Indian and he's talking in local language called Hindi. That's why you're not getting this. And at that moment it was so clear for me. That's where I realized it's not English what he's writing, it was Hindi, and that's why I'm not understanding that, Mr. Sherlock. Now, prepare your keyboard and put down in the comments what you think what this guy actually means with his message. So I will read it exactly the way as he wrote it. I ask about the access of app in our identity. Can I create an app with any access at our identity? The identity, contact numbers, phone access to our photo. I don't want this access in my app. I can. I just replied, what? And then he replied again, creating an app free. Any access of the identity of my users are not in my app, I can. I go to create an app. And that's where the conversation ended. So put me in the comments what you think what this guy could mean. I'm still thinking about that today, but I don't know. So now I have a guy who perfectly summarizes how people actually see programming Instagrammers and YouTubers. This guy wrote me, hello, I need to contact technical support from Argentina since the Android Studio development environment is not working well for me. Thank you. So they actually see me as a technical support for Android Studio, like I work at a hotline just waiting for people to tell me their bugs so that I finally have something to do because I don't have anything else to do. I just found this so funny that people actually see me as a technical support. But that also would mean that I would earn my money with that. And these people usually don't want to pay other people for solving their problems. I don't know about that. Now we have a pretty pissed off designer here. So back then I posted an image of my running tracker app in my Instagram story and he replied, "Awful UI." I replied, "So?" He wrote, "Learn some UI." I replied, "No." He replied, "Okay, stay stupid, bye." I'm actually making an app explaining people how they can program a running tracker app, not how they can design a running tracker app. And then people come over and need to insult me because my UI sucks. So I don't know about that, but that's not how you win friends. So this guy actually read my story very well because I posted an image of my running tracker app again, and back then I didn't upload any video about that. I just captioned the story, "Do you want a tutorial about a running tracker app?" And this guy replied, "Bro, please send the tutorials." I asked him which tutorials. He replied, "Running app with Google Maps." I asked him, "Did you read the text?" And he just wrote, "Yeah, bro." So I guess he didn't. Next we have a guy who actually messaged me today. So the timing was pretty good. Thank you for that funny chat history here, so I can include that here in the video. He wrote me, "I want to buy a gaming laptop." Well, cool, then buy it. No, he also wrote, "Can you give me money?" So that is already pretty bold, because he maybe wants $100 from me for his gaming laptop. But then he also wrote, "Oh, you can just buy it for me." So I should buy the entire laptop for him. Gaming laptop, by the way. So if you have some money left, just help this poor guy in need. He really needs that gaming laptop. I mean, maybe we should start a crowdfunding here for him so that this guy can buy his gaming laptop. And last but not least, we have a guy here who seems to be a pretty big math fanatic. He replied to a screenshot or to an image to a story of my Spotify app, "I wonder if you used math." And then I replied him, "No, you rarely need math on programming, at least complex math, except for games." Then he replied this emoji, and then again, I think a few days later, he wrote, "Here, you make a copy of Spotify. Did the math come in handy for that?" So he again wants to know if I used math on Spotify and my Spotify clone. I will be extremely happy if you answer this question massively. So if I don't just answer this question normally, I need to answer it massively. So whatever that means. But this guy is really in love with math. Maybe he just learned all the math in university and now he wants to know if he can actually make use of that. But I actually need to disappoint you. In programming, you rarely need as much math as you learn in university. But maybe he doesn't know that. So that's it for this video. Drop me a comment below if you like this video. Leave me a follow if you haven't followed me yet. You will get regular Android content every second day. And I just hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye bye.